So the first thing you want to do is the character's head, and what you want to do is you just want to draw a half circle like this. Once you've done that, we can just do his face. So I'm just going to draw a line going down and also across. So we can start with his eyes. What you want to do is you just want to draw some really big eyes. So you draw like a half circle right here, and then just underneath you just want to fill it in. And we can now do his pupils and his eyeball. Now we can focus on doing his mouth, which is around here. It's really low down. And the top bit, it's not that curved, it's just a little bit curved, and then you just want it to go round. So then now we can just focus on doing his eyebrows, which are right here, really high up. Everything's spaced out from each other. Once you've doubled up his smile just a little bit, we can draw his teeth. So you just want to draw some little squares and just keep adding them on. Make sure you do his teeth really, really big because he has really big teeth. Okay, so make sure that his teeth are a bit wonky and things like that. You don't want them to be straight or anything. So once we've done that, we can now move on to doing his ears, which they are around here, quite low. So all you want to do is a half circle and then just draw a little circle inside his ear. And then you can just do the same thing on this side, but you want this ear to be slightly lower. Okay, so for his ears, you just want to do a little squiggly line like this. And then now we can just move on to doing his hat. So his hat is right here on his head, and you want it to go round like this. As it's going round, you want it to chop some of his head off. And then you can just draw another line, like a half circle on top. Okay, so once you have finished tweaking the hat, you can move on to doing the rest of it. And whilst I was doing the hat, I just moved the eyebrows up a little bit. So you can do that if you like. And now what you want to do is you just want to draw like it's a little thing, I don't really know what it is, just coming out of his head. It's like a screw or something. And then afterwards you want to draw 2 lines on each side. Once you've done that, we can now move on and do the light bulb on his head. Draw a line going up a little bit on either side, each side. This. And this is where the light bulb is going. You just want to draw a circle for the light bulb. Then you can just draw a line in the middle. We can move on to this side of the hat. So on this side we have like this big tube coming out of his hat. So you want to draw a little line like this, like a little bubble. And then we can just draw the tube coming. It stops right at his ear, and then you just want to double it all up. Just to add a bit more detail, you can add some little lines on it so it looks more like it's lines, and make them into little bubbles. Okay, so now we have drawn all these little bubbles, we can move on to doing his body. So his body's right here, and he hasn't really got a neck. So we're just going to make this long. That his neck is a little bit longer, we can just add his body. So it comes outwards like this, and it goes all the way around to the other side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to make it a little bit thinner because right now it's a bit. So once you've done this, we can move on and we can just draw a line like this because we want it to look like it's higher up. And then you can just draw another line going down and across. So when you do the second line, you can add these little lines just so it helps you a little bit. But once we've done that, we can now draw a line going off to the side. You want the line to be kind of curved. And then you can draw a line going all the way around to this side. We can now move on and we can do another line around. So before doing that, you want the line, this bit, to go over the top. Okay, so the lines should look like this, and there's different ones going on, and this is the area you should pay the most attention to, because there's the main line right here that goes around, but there's also a line right here that tucks into it. And then there's the second line that goes all the way around and tucks in here. And then as for the third one, you want to make a little dip, and then you want it to tuck in right here. And that way everything will just look a little bit more 3D. You can also draw these little lines just to help you, because that's what I did. It just kind of guided me. But once you've done that, we can move on. And what you want to do is we want to now do the character's arm. So you can draw a little line like this, and it can just touch his outfit, and then it goes down and then back up. You can just draw some lines just to add some detail. I've added these lines, you just want to curve this at the top. Okay, so for his arms, you want to make them really thin. And they just come out of this socket right here. Doesn't matter if you draw on top of the lines, because we can just rub them off afterwards. And then you want them to fold inwards. And once you've done that and got it in the right position, you can just draw a line from here, curve it a little bit, and then just join it up. Okay, so right here you want to draw a line like this, because he has something on his hands. Okay, so I just moved his arm up a little bit so we've got room for his hand. And his hand, you want it to go out like this. And then the same on this side. It just looks like a square. And then as you're finishing off the square, you just want to draw a line up here. And then this finger, you want it to tuck inwards. Okay, so all you need to do now is the same thing on this side. This is what this side should look like, which is pretty much exactly the same as the other side. Now we have done that, we can just finish off the outfit. So he has kind of like two belts coming down here. So we're just going to add them like this. So you want to do a line, and you want to do another line. Then in the middle of it, but slightly more to the top, you want to draw a line like this, and then you want to draw a line here and a line here. So you're basically just doing a square. Once you've done this, we can do the same thing on the other side. But when you're doing these, you want to make sure they're curved. Once we've done that, we can just do his belt. So we're going to do a line going all the way across. We can now draw one of these belts in the middle right here. Okay, so before doing anything else, we just want to add a little bit more detail to the top bit right here. So all you want to do is you just want to draw a line going down. All of these lines, we can now just add the button in the middle. So you just want to draw a circle. Once you've done this circle, we can now do another circle inside. If you're doing the circle inside, you want it to be more towards the top. But once you've done that, we can draw another dot. Now that we've done that, we can just draw a line inside it, two little lines. And then on the outside, you can just draw some lines going down. Okay, so now we could just add a little bit more of his body. Now all we need to do is add this little bubble thing right here. So it looks like a huge bubble gum, but it's not, it's something else. And you want to make it round like this and join it up to this piece. You don't want to make it perfectly rounded because you want it to be a little bit more squashed like this. and then all you need to do is add a little tube right here. Draw a little line right here just because it'll make it look more kind of 3D like. Otherwise you have completely finished. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you had just as much fun as I did drawing it. It was really fun. And don't forget to check back in part 2 to see where to put all the colours and things like that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and if you have any suggestions on drawings that you would like me to try and do, then don't forget to put them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!